Hey guys, so this is going to be a review of Ricksaw Ridge. Now, I'm not really into kind of war films. It is based on a true story, all war films are, to be fair, but you know what I mean, when it follows this particular character, and I thought it'd be quite interesting to watch and stuff. And first off, the movie is pretty brutal. I mean, it's aged 15. I would have literally given it an 18, but anyway. So it follows the character of Desmond, and he's compelled to go into the army to be a medic, but he doesn't want to hold like a firearm, and it gets into this thing where he gets basically punished because he doesn't want to learn to hold this rifle and stuff, but he's like strong in faith and everything like that. So in the end, without giving, I mean, you may or may not have heard this. I'm not heard of this story before, so it's gonna be a spoiler review. Okay, it's gonna be a spoiler review just because. Anyway, just because the kind of the whole thing of the movie. But anyway, in the end, he goes to like court, and he's allowed basically, he's allowed because of I can't remember what it is now, but basically he's allowed to go go on the battlefield without a firearm. And obviously during this whole process and stuff, his you won't call them co-workers, but for this thing I'm going to call them co-workers because I don't know what else you would call them. Would you call them army buddies? Maybe, I don't know. Obviously they're kind of against this. They're saying, oh, he's a wimp, he doesn't want to hold a gun and everything like that. And then they realise that this guy he is brave. So basically he ended up saving, I think it's around 70 wounded people off this ridge, hence why it's called Ricksaw Ridge. If you can look up, I'm not going to go into the history of the war and of this particular war, but you can look it up to find out more. But basically the troops were being overwhelmed, and so they all decided to go off, but Desmond was just compelled to stay and just to help these people. So, bearing in mind, he's holding a firearm. The enemies are still the enemies are still, you know, shooting the people. They're still up there. He is going in there unarmed with no one backing him up and bringing these people down. And he's running on pure faith. And every time he's bringing one down, he's basically praying, God, please save me. He says, God, please help me bring one more. And in the end, as I said, he ended up bringing down around 70 wounded people. That is amazing. It is actually a really good movie. And at the end of the movie, I don't know if it's with all what's it, because I watched this on Amazon Prime, but at the end of it, it kind of just you hear him talk about it, and then also the people that were working with them again, were fighting with them, should I say. They're fighting with them, were basically saying that, and then one of them stood up saying, don't bring a man down if he's brought by his own conviction, which reminds me of the whole situation where people will say, you know how people will argue about what is the Sabbath day, because I know technically it's Friday to Saturday, or Saturday. In this movie, for him it's Saturday, or some people won't eat certain meats and stuff like that. Even though technically in the New Testament it says you can eat whatever now, but if someone doesn't want to eat particular meat, then don't try and change them. That's their own conviction. It's like if someone thinks that tattoos are okay, don't bring them down. That's their own conviction. Or if someone says that tattoos are wrong, more so if they think tattoos are wrong, don't try and convince them otherwise. That's their own conviction, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's actually a really, really good movie. As I said, it's pretty brutal. After rate it out of 10, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's actually a really good movie. Yeah, the effects and everything's really good. As I said, it's pretty brutal, but it is done really well. But yeah, it's definitely a movie to see. Even if you're not a massive fan of like war movies and stuff, I do recommend you watch this just because it has a really like interesting, like obviously powerful story behind it, of a guy, and the fact that he was the first one to win a medal I think it was a Medal of Courage for the person who chose not to carry arms. But yeah, it's a really good movie.